Hello everybody and welcome to my video where I want to discuss some themes regarding balance and a lesson I learned in the past few days. So let me first describe the situation which led to this personal development moment. And the last few weeks I've been heavily determined and focused on learning large language model research, the latest trends, and just performing deep work in this field, and have had what I would describe as like tunnel vision in this direction. And this has been, I don't know, since the start of January, I suppose, so the new year, and it's now Monday, February 10th, 2025. And this is something that is really important to me, and this is the reason why I wanted to study it so much, so that I can be as competent as possible and make an effect on this technology, which will be transcendental. But recently, or last weekend, I guess, so today's Monday, over the weekend, I had a semi-burnout. So I would say that it was a sickness-induced burnout. That's the term I'm using to describe it, because I had a minor sickness on Saturday. However, today I'm completely fine. So that's quite reassuring. It tells me that my health is good since I'm able to recover that quickly. But on Saturday, I was kind of sick, and that doesn't mean that I shouldn't be able to work, but I was just wasting my time like on Twitter or YouTube and Reddit, which are the biggest time sinks there are. And I realized I'm jumping way ahead. So I kind of described what happened at the end. But in the time where I was obsessively working, which I'm not saying is bad. In fact, it was really productive time and I was making a lot of progress. I think that in certain respects, it was extreme, such as being upset over 10 minutes not being spent in an optimized manner, or timing things like exactly at, I don't know, like maybe leaving. I was going to say leaving just so that I get to the bus on time, but that's pretty reasonable. But there's nothing that comes to my mind right now, but just trying to spend my time in an extremely optimized manner, which once again that's okay, but becoming upset if something goes wrong and like, oh wow, now that I've wasted those 10 minutes, that's going to be what determines if I succeed or fail. So I had a heightened sensitivity to time consumption, and I think time is the most valuable resource. So it's better to have this perspective than thinking that it's okay if I waste my time, but it's about finding balance. So I think that if you're spending time only on work and you're not giving time for other aspects of life, so I subscribe to the 4-burner theory, stating that you can have 3 of the 4 life burners on at once, which are work or school, depending on where you are in your life, family, health, and friends. So you can't just put all your chips in one basket and think that your life will be fine. You need to actually have 3 on at once, in my opinion, to find balance. So if I was only focusing on that, then I'm neglecting family, and then this snowballs and you end up becoming burnt out over time. And I also realized that I was quite myopic in my thought process and time management in this period. And what I mean by nearsightedness is that it was a very intense feeling of every second matters. But when I basically flopped out last weekend, it is crazy because I was going against everything I was believing in that period of I'll never spend another second on social media. So what I mean by that is during periods of intense concentration and tunnel vision, which I'm no stranger to, your worldview can literally change, or that's how I experience it. Of course, I was just extreme in many manners. So of course I had the optimized time perspective, but also the perspective of don't care what anybody else thinks at all, and like only focus on yourself, and like very, not like narcissistic, but a very personal perspective, and I'm like the only person that matters and I just need to focus on myself. Like I was considering, oh, okay, I should start burping in public on purpose so that I prove to myself that I don't care what other people think. Like I don't care what other people think, but I don't think you should go to the extent of like in society's lens embarrassing yourself in public. Like once again, I have no problem with doing that, but I think that why would you want to prove yourself that you don't care about others' opinions by going and burping? Like that doesn't make sense. But other than that, I also was not neglecting my personal hygiene. I was still being very good with showers and everything, of course. But I was saying, okay, I shouldn't shave because that's just a waste of time. I'll just let my beard grow. And then also that will show to other people that I don't really care about what they think about my appearance because I have like a long beard or something. But as you can see, today I shaved. And that kind of is to tell myself, okay, well, I like to shave because, I don't know, I prefer to be shaven. So it's important and I'll put the time to do that. And I don't care if I spend 20 minutes doing that and 20 minutes doing something else, which is considered more productive. So that's another example where I had a mindset shift of, okay, well, yeah, you don't need to shave, man. Just just spend 20 more minutes grinding instead. Yeah, this video was inspired by when I saw about Ryan Mitchell yesterday, and he climbed Mount Everest, and he's exactly 1 year younger than me, which is interesting. And yeah, I would credit that video to kind of getting me out of the slump which I had over the weekend, and I'm really excited to continue what I was doing previously, all the while being in a more sustainable sense. So yeah, that's just a quick reflection I want to share, mostly for myself, to learn from this 2-day slump. I'm curious whether or not I would have not dropped in productivity if I wasn't sick. The thing is, even prior to my sickness on Saturday, I was not working as well as I had been previously. Like, I was still putting work in front of the computer. I was like getting stuff done, but it wasn't at the same rate and without the same tenacity. So honestly, like, maybe this was a good reset over the weekend, which I didn't work, but at the same time, weekends are really valuable. So I won't let it happen again. And yeah, don't spend time on things which you'll regret afterwards is the last takeaway of this video.